Good day from WA. Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being with me today. And thank you to new subscribers and people who've been watching my videos and liking and commenting. Yeah, thank you so much. It's really nice. Today we're doing the Margarete Miller. I've got all of these little goodies. Yeah, obviously I don't need all of these things, but I just kind of went through all my stash and found as many things as possible. I ticked for all the items off this time so that I don't forget anything. Last time I forgot the postcard. So for CW planner number 30 we need something maroon, graph paper, origami or another kind of folder paper, colourful paper, a place, and the bonus is a portion of a brochure or advertisement. So I have got something of everything, so that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if I'll use everything, but we'll see what we can do. So I've got washi tape in a kind of maroon colour. So I looked up maroon, and I will say now, because it's going to happen at some point in time, I may call it maroon. Now, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I always called it maroon, and people used to laugh at me because in Australia they call it maroon. So coming out from England, obviously I must have, I don't know, used the word was maroon. It was always maroon, but for the last 50 years it's been maroon. I don't know. I looked it up. I don't know why Australians call it maroon. Something to do with Queensland and rugby players, and I'm not. It was too confusing. So if I say maroon, I mean maroon. You might find other Australian videos are confused as well as to how to pronounce it, but it's this deep red colour. So when I looked it up, it turns out that it's a browny red colour. So not all of these colours are actually officially maroon. I mean, this colour here is actually more purple than maroon. And this one says it's called grape, but it's quite dark. This, I have got the official colour of maroon. It is a printout that I did. I went on to Google and Canva, which I have a subscription to. Excuse the cutout, that was a something happened weird with my printer. So this colour here is, as long as my printer's printed it out correctly, is maroon. Canva had a whole bunch of things that you could print out, and if you search maroon on Canva, it explains the colour, talks about how you make it in watercolor, and says it's a reddish, officially it's a reddish brown. So that color seems to be reddish brown. So that's my color guide, that if it isn't maroon like this, then it's not maroon. So I've already got rid of a few things that were either too red or too purple. So that's maroon. Now this, I do believe, is a darker maroon, and I'm quite happy with that. I like the stamp, which obviously is the same tone. So let's look at these little tags. I think straight away we can decide that that one's too purple. So let's get rid of that. Let's see, this one's definitely browny, on the brown side of maroon. So that one actually works because they say that it has to be more brown than red. If it's more red, it's burgundy. So same with all my words, which came from Adamo Prints. They're obviously in the maroon colour as well. So that's lots of words we can use. I've got some butterflies. Both of those I'll accept as being on the maroon side. For decoration, I may not use them, but they are. Now I've got some flowers. Let's compare it to our color chart. Yeah, I think they're really are on the red pink side of not really the right color, but maybe we'll have those in the maybe pile. So these are all like something maroon. I've got many things something maroon, but I've got an idea of what I want to do. So let's keep comparing it to this. See, so my pen, definitely on the pinkish side, so we'll put that in the maybe side. This is going to be my place, possibly. It had some of the colours in there, in amongst it, so I thought that that was okay. It's got some colours that we could pull out in the maroon range, so I'm happy with that one as I couldn't find many places. So we've got lady with, yeah, I think she'll classify as maroon background. And we've got this card. No, I'm going to put that in the no pile. It's too pinky red. That was just some paper. That's okay. And then there's this flower. I'm going to put that in the no pile. I think we're going to say that that's purple. I'm going to put it back in the maybe pile. So I need something folded. So I did pick out these envelopes. This one's very brown. I just happen to have it. It's an origami fold. Well, no, it's just a folded envelope. It has a label. I did think I could put the instructions in there, the prompts. So I'll put that back in the maybe pile. And I had this embossed envelope, which is really large, but I thought I could cut a piece of it out. And I just inked it with the grape. So that's a possibility. We'll put it in the probable. This is just some coloured paper. So yeah, just continuing on now. Let's have a look at this. These are just some stickers that I found. Yeah, when you put it next to the real maroon, I think they definitely look red. They look more maroon in real life, but they look very red on camera, so we're going to say no. To be honest, I don't like it when the camera picks up the wrong colour, but it is certainly on the red side, so we'll say no to that. That's why I couldn't tell, because until I set up the camera and put it onto the TV, it was hard to tell which colours I was going to use. Because I need something colourful, I'm going to keep that in the colourful pile. So then we've got, what are these? What are they, eggplants? I think they're definitely on the purple side, so we're going to say no to that. I quite like these. They do seem to be in the right colour tone, so put them in the yes pile. And then there's this sunset, which has those tones in it. Another sunset. So they come from a book. So I think that the colours are okay because it's very dark. Hard to see. Yes, we're going to put those in the possible pile. This bouquet. No, I think that's definitely in the red range. We'll put that one away. This one, yes, I quite like that. I think that's a yes. Already said yes to my lady. It's just some plain paper, which is not exactly the same colour, but it's certainly in the same tonal sort of range. That's the same printout. I've tried it a few different times to get it right. So that's all my something maroon. You know what I'm like? It says something maroon, and then I just go crazy and get 100 things. I've even got a pen. So what else do we need? So that was all something maroon. Graph paper. I've just got the one piece of graph paper, which is actually a purple colour, but I don't think you can see it. Sort of a light bluey purple, so that's a possibility. Well, I have to use graph paper. I didn't like any of the other graph papers I had. Something folded. Oh, I've got some envelopes, but I might do something with the graph paper to make it folded. Colourful paper. Now, so we've got this little strip that I cut off the edge of a page. I may use that as the border between the two pages. I've got this map, which I thought was an interesting one. It's a place as well as colourful paper. And so I'll either use the whole thing or I won't, or I might just use this part because of the colour scheme. So that's, you know, again, it sort of tones in, although it looks more pink on the screen. We'll see if I like it or not. We'll have a look at that. Colourful paper, so let's go through the papers and see how the colour scheme works. Now that, I think, this flower here, so this portion of it, I think works. I don't want too much blue, but even the little love hearts are in the right colour, so that's a possibility. Let's see this one. No, I think this one's definitely too pinky red. No, we're going to put that in the no pile. This portion here, I quite like. This is just for the piece. I mean, it doesn't have to be this colour, but what I want to do is to have everything in the maroon colour scheme. Now, place. I had this weird idea. what does an antique chair have to do with a place? Well, it's a place to sit. So I'm thinking of using this one or this one. Now that one looks very, very red in the television on the screen. That one I think looks okay. All that one. So I'm thinking a place to sit is a place. I know it's not what they meant, but there's no reason why we can't adjust the parameters to suit and think outside the box, as I'm going to call it, thinking outside the box to do something different. And then we have to have a portion of a brochure or advertisement. So I've got this brochure. It's really old. I don't know what year it is, except that it's, the car I think tells you that it's 1950s. The graphics and the color schemes look a bit 50s, but I'm thinking mid to late 50s, and the car especially. So it's just a brochure. I have got a whole pile of ephemera from a garage sale, and this was in there. But this brochure, yeah, I mean, I hate to cut into it. It's lovely paper. This garage, oh, it looks very red on the screen. Darn. It doesn't on camera. It doesn't to me. Wow, that's annoying. Oh, you see when you take it out of the light, it's a lot darker. When you put it in the light, it picks up the red and shines it. All right, well, we'll have to think about that, but I don't have I don't have anything else for the brochure. And look at this. Can you imagine how long ago this was, when garage doors cost £22? So that tells me, oh, well, definitely it was before 1966, because we changed over to dollars and cents in the mid-60s. We want to get rid of the ugly background again. So should we just use this colourful paper? Oh, okay. If you turn it that way, it fits. It covers the page. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so what have we got that I like and want to use? Yeah, I'd really like to use some of this paper or this border. I don't know if I want to use the car. Where's the smaller one? I've got this one. It's a smaller one. I don't know if I want to use the car. This is looking very bright in the camera too, but it actually is quite dark. So that's more, a little bit closer to its natural colour. And do I want to use some of this? I'm not sure yet either. So then, okay, so do I want to have some map as my colourful paper? And if I do that, because I have to cover the page because we've got the ugly and we've got writing on it, and when we get to these ones we can actually, you know, kind of just go inside the page a little bit more. But I think for the first page I'd like it to be covered. Do I want that? If I would do that, it'll be just smack in the middle. Let's do it that way then. All right, so what do we fancy? So it's either we have a background like this as the colourful background, and then we just sort of collage items on top of it. So I'm going to cut out the, how can I do this so it doesn't show all white? I'll just cut it out a little bit bigger for now, in case I want to tear it. At least it just gives me a smaller version of it so I can see if I fancy it. And how about, see, that could be our place, or this could be our place. And there's a place in the country. Let's see which one we like. We don't have to use everything. My original idea though wasn't to do it like this at all. I had an idea, but I'm not too sure if it's going to work with the pieces that I've got. What I wanted to do was a kind of a collage of colour, of this colour. So putting all the pieces down in multiple pieces that I have and filling the whole page with that. We're just going to carry on cutting things out, and maybe then when I see them on the page I'll see which ones I like. or ones I don't like. Now this one's already kind of annoying me because I don't like the yellow circle. I know it's sun, but I feel like I want to colour it in and make it purple. So I'm going to say no to that one for the moment, put it in there over that pile. See, I thought they went with her a little bit. I mean, I know she's not a ballerina, but she kind of looks like she could have been, or she might have been once. I mean, I think those two kind of go together, and maybe that's where she lived and she's dreaming of a sunset. Let's just cut this down a little bit just to make it easier to place on the page. I will probably tear out, although I've been cutting. Haven't been tearing as much. I like this piece of paper. This one's, oh yeah, see that looks very red. Let's see what it's like compared to those. I mean, is that maroon? I mean, that looks purple on this side, but on this side, it's not so purple. This one, yeah, I mean, in real life, this one is definitely reddy brown. Put it back in the maybe pile. What about this? No, I'm not sure about that. Okay, we've got this little thing, and we've got these butterflies. Let's see what colour. That doesn't look the right colour at all. That one does. So that one might get fussy cut if we decide we want a butterfly. I do like the stamp, although I don't have any reason for it to be there just yet. And I do like the thinlet thing, die cut. Oh, and there's this apothecary. All right. Millions of things, and then we've got words that we can use. I guess I'll choose a word once I've finished with the collage. I could have the word choice. Yeah, well, there's lots of good words there, so I'm sure we can find something from the word pile. And then we have the little thing, which I'm going to say no to that. We didn't like it last time either. All right, and then the envelope that I tried to make, what I did was I did it with the grey, but then I added some brown to give it a brownish reddish colour, but it's kind of purple looking, so it looks like if you use too much of this grape, it does go purple grape colour. So that's not quite what I'm looking for. Let's move that into the no pile. Well, I've eliminated a few items. I like her and I like this photo. I just think those two kind of like go together. Butterfly, maybe. So if we have that place, then we probably wouldn't have this place. So let's say no to that one. I just like the stamp. It says special delivery, but I'm not, oh, I know. I have an idea for that. I do like the ballet shoes. Let's pretend she was a ballerina and she came from this little village. That's looking like quite a nice little collection of photos. And did she drive away in this car? Not that I'm saying it's going to be like that. I'm just trying to get the colours or the items that I want to use, and then we can arrange them. I'm not sure. If I have this, then I'll just have a little bit of it poking out, so that I'll leave that in. The butterfly is sort of, we'll do the butterfly if we feel like it at the end. And same with this. I think if there's a space or something that we need something, we can use the butterfly or the flower for that. So then we just have to decide, oh, well, doesn't look very American, does it? That doesn't matter, but maybe she was dreaming of going to America for her ballet. Or maybe she was from America dreaming to go to Europe for her ballet. I don't know. I don't know, but do we think, I don't think I don't know. Maybe, yeah, not with that one, but with that one. We take the white off. I must admit, I do like the dramatic of it, of things being on this maroon background. Yeah, I quite like that, so let's just leave that out. I don't think the greenery has anything to do with anything. So we're thinning it down. So I don't know about the map. The map's not sure. And then do we want an antique chair? No, we're going to put them in the no pile. And I think the garage door really isn't going to fit, is it? All right, I think about that. I might just put it on pause and see if I can find some other kind of brochure that's better. So I've got my Women's Day and Women's Weekly that I've used a few times. I just thought maybe you might like to have a look through it too. It's from August 13, 1977. Let's just see if we can find something from here, an advertisement or part of a, well, yeah, have to be an advertisement. So now there's this rose. It's a bit pink. You can get a free colour catalogue from Anderson's Fragrant Scottish Roses. Be sent away. It's definitely an advertisement. Lots of advertising in here. I've been dying to use this, but she's too big. Yeah. I used to wear clothes like that. Oh my goodness. Now this one here has some of the colours in. I'm going to cut the whole thing out, but I might just use a little bit of the squirrel on it, which may or may not fit what we're doing. See, it's got that colour that we want. So it could be that I use that, maybe put the stamp on there, I'm not too sure, but let's have that as a possibility. Oh, this one's in the right colour. The heading. All right, let's see if I can get this out. This is definitely in that red-brown colour range. Probably should have cut it a bit bigger so I can tear it, but at last, an uncut moquette style stretch cover. Okay, and this was Women's Day. Oh, I used the date already. November 5th, 1979. So there, when I talk about the magazines, that's where I cut my goodies from. The words here, 8 surprising Edam suggestions. I could possibly cut the word out surprising and suggestions. See, this is where I got that cheese from. The other one. Christmas storybook. Does that look orange? I think it does, doesn't it? If you compare it with this on the screen, yeah, it looks orange. Do you know what? I quite like her. I might change my lady. It's an advertisement. The French Complexion. It's an advertisement for Payot Cosmetics, available from Chemmart chemists in those places. Sydney. Yes, it's an advert for makeup. I like her dress. It's very 70s. Early, well, what is this? This one is 1979. Oh, and I found this while I was looking for other things, and I just thought it was nice. I thought it went with the colour tones, but I like her with that. So we might be going with this and putting a word across there, or ooh, maybe we could just do that. Just have a little pop of yellow. So that's a possibility, definitely. I also found this in my little stash. I think it's an advertisement for these textiles. I'm not sure. I think it came from Daphne's Diary. It's got the right colour up there. Oh, infinite possibilities. I'll leave the rest on just in case for the moment. And then we can see that it's, you know, a part of a something that you order. So a little pop of yellow might not be too bad, because a little bit of yellow in here. See if we can narrow down some pieces. And I'm not saying this is the basis, but I'm just using it to sort of make some decisions on the pieces. Because there's a big blank space up there, I'm going to look at doing that. There seems to be the thing I've been doing lately is putting these angled photos all together. I'm not sure that I want to keep doing that. I don't know if I like her. If I have her, I don't want that. No, gone off her. I do like this colour streams. Just going to cut this out. I don't know why I like it. I think I just like the style of the writing. Let's sort of fussy cut it. Okay. And I also quite like infinite possibilities. I like the word colour. I don't think I like the word streams. All right, now the ballerina slippers. Well, I definitely don't want it square, so let's just roughly fussy cut, giving it some colour background. Don't know that the car's got anything to do with anything. I don't know. She just reminds me of ballerina, so I'm not sure if that's. I also like the bow. I mean, you know, you could take the bow off too. So I guess we're thinking the car has no reason to be there. I'm trying to do a little bit of a theme here. We have the bow, the shoes. We've got infinite possibilities. I haven't got a place yet, so, well, funnily enough, that's a place. Get rid of the, just leave that poking out, which leaves the place. Colour. Infinite possibilities. And we have these words as well. I'm not sure if there's a word here that I like. Succeed. Courage. Goals. Ooh, goals is quite nice. So imagine infinite possibilities and discover my goal. If we use it, we're probably going to use it. Let's cut these up. We'll probably use the nice plain paper. Maybe. Imagine infinite possibilities. Could do with an and. Discover my goals. Oh, another place where there can be is, what's this word? Oh, dream. I may have another full page of it. Okay, these are my uncut labels. Some pieces of things that are the right colour here. I'm just going to snip those out. Guess I just want some extra bits. That one's a bit too pink. They're all pink, but I think, I'm not sure, but I think there's another printout of that one in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Let's see what. Oh, there's ands in this one. This one here. I'm sure there is. There, and I wonder whether we can. So imagine infinite possibilities and discover my goals. I'm wondering if I can just use a couple of words from this set just to sort of give it a reason to be there. and so find the word my right next to it. Okay, not really use these very much. All right. Found it. That's all back. Okay, so we've got to imagine infinite possibilities and imagine infinite. Oh, that's nice. Imagine infinite possibilities and trust my wisdom. Oh, perfect. Here we go. I like that. Imagine infinite possibilities and trust my wisdom. Why not? Don't know what's got to do with the ballerina. Never mind. Does not matter. All right. I'm going to take out this as advertised. Just kind of like it. Just give that a bit of a used the wood. Okay, it doesn't matter. A little bit of a border. Okay, find somewhere to put that at the end. So here's the prompts. I've been wanting to do calligraphy, but my calligraphy pens, let's just see how big they come. So if I was going to write CW Planner, yeah, it's going to be too big. No, it's going to be too big. Okay, we're going to have to just go with normal writing, this one. All right, I've got lines to follow this time. I'm going to write it and then I'll cut it out. That way then it becomes the size that it is. I don't want it too big, so I'll try to write smaller. Something maroon. Oh, I put maroon. Does it matter? I'll start again. Yeah. Okay. Hashtag CW. She's got it in lowercase, so I'll put it in lowercase. Planner 30. Okay. Dot. Okay, I should be able to make it work. So I want to fold it up and I want to fold that over and I want that to be the, so I will need a piece to go up to cover that writing. So if I fold it here, okay, and I'll be folding it across the top there. Could have written the CW Planner bit on the outside, I guess. So that goes up here, and then I'll cut. That's just to make sure that everything's covered. So now we have a little envelope. Now I'm just going to, I can find the center. 4, 5. So the center is that line there. I'm going to go from that line to use a bit of it, put that there. I don't know if it looks like it is the center, but okay. It's a little bit small, the envelope. I mean, it's a little bit, the folding part's a bit small. I can make it a little bit smaller. Could have folded that into here, maybe. Maybe that'd be better. Let's cut. Yeah, let's cut the bottom off. Just cut it off at the fold for now. I can always make it a bit smaller. fold it up. I need to go all the way. I should have made it a bit longer. Oh, it's a long envelope. Okay, we've got a little envelope folded with graph paper. It's quite cute, and I'm going to ink it. Actually, let's give it a bit of importance. Antique gold. Let's do this. Because you know how you get, sometimes you get gilt-edged envelopes like this. Let's give it a nice gold edge. Got bits all over me. It's very messy. Didn't do a very good job of keeping it neat. I may do it again off camera and make it a bit neater. Alright, let's try again, see what we're up to. So, do we like this floral background? I'm not sure that I do. If I'm going to use this as a base for my collage, like a border, so that my collage is going to be in that border. There's a little piece I was looking for. I'm not sure that, see, the edges are not going to be what I want. Same with this one, because the flower is going to be, the flower goes that way. Okay, it's not what I want either. Just do a kind of a collage like I did for that one in colourful pieces. Right, I'm going to pause the camera and look for some collage things. Now I put this aside because I said no, it wasn't any good. The reason I picked it was for this side. I thought this was quite dramatic. So I could put it up to the edge here. Just like these flowers. They were very dramatic and very colourful. And we want the address. Okay. Got our little, I'll probably do that envelope again. I don't like it. I don't like the shape of it. Let's cut off some more of this white. Now it's just looking a bit too white. I may end up fussy cutting it with no white. That's better, I think. But what's my focal point actually? Do I need the flowers? Do we like the yellow, colourful yellow paper? One of the reasons why I did like it was because I thought, well, it blended in with this side. Oops, can't see. It blended in with the other side. That goes there. See, the thing is, if I want to use that red flower, I've got to move it across. Alright, I'm going to have to take a break and think about this. Okay, so I tore out, I tore it a little bit, and so that I can decide where I want it to go, because I need some straight edges to go along the edge there, but it looks like I'm going to have to cut, because I want to keep these as close to the edges as possible. I'll just take, shame about the butterfly. Oh dear. I'd like to have kept that butterfly. About that in a minute. And this piece here is going to go up here and across, so I'm going to need to cut a straight line down there, but I don't want to use. Okay, so I want to keep this flower. And keep these extra pieces. This one is going to have to go up here because I need the flower to go right up. And I might end up using this one down here. Alright, well we know that's going there. I'm not going to ink them, so I'm going to tear this now back in the other direction depending on what direction you tear, just where you get the white edge. I don't want white edges, and I don't want to ink it. It's not going to be an inked one. And the same down here. Just going to tear that to there. Alright, so that piece will go there. Alright, and then this one is going here, I think. Yes, why not? You can just take it all the way over. Maybe we'll have to cut the butterfly, or I can fussy tear that out. There. Butterfly could go up here. There's a piece missing, unfortunately. Oh, that's a shame. I'll fussy tear the butterfly out and put in somewhere else. That can go as a decoration somewhere. I've got this one. Not too many more straight edges. And you don't have to fill it all in. You can just have pieces with gaps. But I'll have to put something behind, obviously, because of this horrible paper. But let's just see what we've got of this stuff. So now it's got, you see, it's got all the white edges because it was torn the other way. So we've got to tear it back the other way to get rid of the white. Otherwise we'd have to ink, and I don't want to ink. It's not going to be a vintage style. It's supposed to be colourful. I don't really want all the brown edges. And there's a possibility that we would, you know, glue it down and cut it off straight, or I can just put that piece up there to the corner. This paper's quite thick, but it is the colour that I want. So I'm thinking about having, I'll show you what I'm thinking of doing. Let's put this away. Just say I had that here. Oh, let's just move it to the top of one, and then we can cover at the bottom. That's a good idea. That would go here. As long as I can cover, the book page, and we can leave some of the purple behind. Maroon sounds really weird. I got so used to calling it maroon after I was sure it was maroon years ago. Can't remember who it was that told me I shouldn't call it. They always told me it was maroon. Obviously an Australian, I'm assuming. Okay, so I wonder whether, once I know how much I need, I can put a piece in there, and then put pieces in of this. Have I got more of this? Let me have a look. Yeah, got plenty more, so that's okay. All right, and so then, and that one is a definite, that's going to the middle seam. So therefore we need that to go there, we need that to go to the top, that to go to the bottom. Okay, and because what I'm thinking of doing is using pieces of this at all the gaps. So as soon as I've got more that I know about, let's do that. So as that's torn there, let's tear that off here. That goes there. Got a butterfly that we can use. Okay. Right, so that's my colourful paper. You could use the tape runner, or I mean, you could use, no, I wouldn't use the I wouldn't use, what's the name, glue stick for this. Right, so I need to make sure it's on the edge of the page. I don't really want it showing on the other side. Alright, so this goes here. And we think that's going there. And that one's going here. Oh, didn't quite make it there, but oops. We can fix that. Oh, that's probably why, because there was another piece heading up there, wasn't there? I was trying to get the pieces not to meet. That's what I'm attempting to do. Might just be easier just to put a piece of the card in here, and I don't have to keep thinking about how it's not meeting. So let's do that. Beautiful. I just take a bit of it off, and we'll cut the rest off later. I'll just cut a slight straight edge off here, just to give that somewhere to sit. And I might cover up that little corner with that. And we've got this one up here. Okay. Alright, so we'll glue these down. Glue this one down first because that's a definite. Oh, I'm liking it. Alright, and this one's going to go up here. Okay, and then we're having a piece there. Unless you want the butterfly. Oh, let's do that. Let's cut the straight edge off the butterfly. Yes. If I was to use that, I would need to tear that. You can place the other pieces down now and see if we need to add any extra colours. Let's just leave it like that for the moment, and see where we can put. Oh, let's. Okay, if I cut this, I like them. Let's find a little picture. Now it's whether we keep the frame or not. I'm not so sure yet, because obviously if I keep the frame, it has to be kind of square or rectangular, and the same with this lady. Do we keep the rectangles, or do we have them all torn out? Hanging shoes. Do you know what? You could just have the bow in her hair. I'm going to cut the shoes off. Still use the ballet shoes. I just like the bow. So bow at the corner just takes away some of the corners if we're keeping the corners, the edges. Okay. It's going to be awkward for you guys to see because of the glare. Sorry about that. Not much I can do about it at the moment. Unfortunately, this picture is glary. If I can get it so it's not glary. So we're probably going to have to tear her, I think. Let's just tear her roughly. A little bit tricky, and I wanted to keep this purple colour. It's in the background, but I guess I don't have to because I've got the maroon colour. I have to think about it. I've got the maroon colour in the book page, so glued down. So we've definitely got something maroon. Sounds really weird. Never got. All right, we've got the lady. Ballet shoes, and what else? Right, the colours have gone weird, but at least it's not glary. So it's very dark for me. Let's see if I just get a bit more light. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think at least you can see, because it's so difficult to actually see what I'm doing when it's glary. Infinite possibilities. Might just go on there. Do I like that one? I do like that one because it has the yellows and the purples, and she kind of looks like she might come from a place like that. Don't know if she looks like she's a ballerina, but we haven't got all the imagined words and all that kind of stuff. The whole sentence that I spent ages making. Hasn't happened. This hasn't happened. Don't think it works now. Going to have her little secret letter. We may hold the letter down with washi tape, so might just go on kind of like that. Let's leave it like that for now. Okay, so what did all these? So we just got infinite possibilities. I don't know. Okay, so something happened with the camera again, the phone again, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But it just stopped and I had to basically turn everything off and start again. While I was off camera, I did fiddle around with my little note and made a new one. So I made it a little bit bigger and wrote on the inside and designed the little envelope, folded, put the title on the front. Then I put the special delivery on a piece of card and stuck that on, and then I wanted to stamp it with my my postage stamp. However, the ink went into all of these cracks and I hadn't noticed, and I stamped it and it just put a big black blob on there. So luckily I had this piece which matches in colour, and yeah, totally goes with it because it says special delivery as advertised. So that's now become my advertisement, even though yeah, so that's going to be the portion of an ad or brochure. So as advertised, there's a special delivery. We have our girl. I don't like her head being too tilted, so keep trying to remember to tilt her head that way. Sorry, it's a bit glary still. Yeah, doesn't seem to be much I can do with it. Okay, I like the bow down here, I think. Something like that. Where to put the picture? Okay, so just going to have it something like that, I think. The edge at an angle. Okay, guess what's going to be the special delivery? Ta-da! She got a special delivery of her ballet shoes, and now she has infinite possibilities. So are we happy with that? I'm going to angle it a little bit so we can see try to get it, there we go. So I'm just going to glue it down like that. So let's do that. Okay, so then the only thing is they're a little bit white, aren't they? Let's just go over them with this little bit of pink that I went over the graph paper with. Just a little bit of this pink. Oh, I think that'll be fine. All right, let's put this one down. Just change the angle a little bit. There we go. We got there. It took a little while. So today's was, yeah. Oh, actually, looking at it now, I like it better in real life than I do on camera. The colours are very accentuated in the camera, so very strong. It's a bit more muted in real life. So it could be my television, I'm not too sure. Anyway, what we have, let's look at the prompts. Something on maroon, something maroon. So we've got plenty of maroon. We've got maroon writing, got maroon bits here. There's maroon colours in the colour paper. There's little bits of maroon in the watercolour picture of where she lives. Maroon in the background, little bit pinkish maroon in there. So yeah, basically throughout the whole picture we've done maroon. What else we have to do? Graph paper. We can see that the graph paper's done here. All right, so graph paper, origami folded is the graph paper. Colourful paper, of course, we've got this at the background. And bonus is a portion of an ad or brochure, which this came from an ad, I believe. And we've got as advertised as our portion of a brochure, even though it's not officially. It says as advertised. So in our little story, she purchased these ballet shoes as advertised, and there was a special delivery. That's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Infinite possibilities. We didn't use any of those letters. So there we go. That is the Margarete Miller Challenge CW Planner number 30. Finished. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.